Y'all know. If I got these two on the show, that means I want to talk some smart stuff. You know, I mean, not that I'm saying Coach and Colin ain't smart. Boy, I even put that out there. I ain't saying that, all right? But y'all know if I don't pull a Tyron out, you know I want to talk some hurdle stuff. If I don't pull a net on the show, you know I want all the stats that can be given, baby. It's time to talk about all this stuff because it was a long week of track and field. And I know these people have been waiting. They've been waiting. They've been in the room. They've been in the room waiting. Johnny, what's going on, baby? What's going on? Rain in Washington. Johnny, we here. All right. Damn. Pierre Collins.
Hey, coach somewhere capping. He got
right.
no cap, so coach somewhere capping, man.
Right now he probably is, man. What coach at anyway? He's supposed to be coming on. Let me make sure he got the link, man. Let me make sure he got the link. Because I know he really wanted to talk about the what's the name stuff. Hold on. Oh, I gotta tell everybody we on too. Nate, see, here they go already. The group is I'm telling y'all, Ty, Nate, and damn Colin. Boy, when I tell y'all, group is for days, brother. We ain't got nothing on them boys. I'm telling you, like, come on, every time, look at them. Every time they come on the show, boy, it is crazy. What the people that like dark skin men?
Man, I ain't got no groupies here.
Hey, hold on. Per usual,
where y'all at?
I gotta make sure that everybody knows that we are live now because we decided to go on this at this new time, and I'm sure people are still kind of getting adjusted to this. But again, we did this for our European and African families. Fans and families, so that they would be able to catch the show. Vincent, what's going on? We about to get the thing started. Hold on, let me.
Man, look here. I was so geeked up. I was on here 2:55. I said 3 o'clock. We going at 3 o'clock. I'm geeked up 2:55. I'm on here.
Hey, Rodney D, what's going on, baby? What it do, Rodney? What it do? Ty, go and tell these people who you are, just in case they don't know who you are. For the ones that don't know, so they'll know why you on here.
Yeah, I'm a washed up hurdler, Ty Aikens. You know, me and Ray go way back. I went to, obviously the Auburn University, top school in the country. Don't get me wrong. But ran professionally for 10 years, national champion in the hurdles, and all that good stuff. SEC champion 2 times, and spent the career running the hurdles and traveling the world with my dog Ray.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, I gotta have an NCAA champion on here. We're gonna be talking about the NCs now. Come on, baby. Somebody that's been there, done that, gotta be able to do that. Nat, go and tell these folks who they are so they can get ready to point at you because everybody know who you are. In case they don't know, I'm gonna put you out there.
How you doing, guys? I'm a coach from Britain, stat guy as well. Big into my numbers. Been watching track for 25 years, and I'm not that old, so I've been in the game since I was young. Me and Ray always conversing, sending each other stats, and I'm kicking it about this game.
I say it like this right here. Your stats have become something that we all look forward to now. We all look forward to. I can't never. Time you see what I be saying? I can't never get the show started. I bring these boys on here. And it's like they don't even want to talk track no more. They just want to look at them. I'm going to let them get their own little model channel or something. Man, can we keep it to track and field? Dang.
Right.
I can see it. Ray's take after hour.
I'm trying to tell you. Jane Carter, what's going on, baby? What it do?
Ray's take, that's the OnlyFans edition, man.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, and I'm be the only one that can't get in. Ain't that about it?
Yeah. You got the calendar, the Ray's take calendar. The Ray's take calendar.
That ain't a bad idea right now. Yeah. That ain't a bad idea. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this because we got a lot to cover, a lot to talk about. We got, Coach Frazier coming on later on, Coach Cal coming on. So let's go ahead and get into some of this stuff before they get here. Now, first thing I got to talk about, my boy Ocean's return. All right? My boy Marcell Jacobs. I told everybody, I said, this gonna be the race that he come back and run for real. And he did. He showed up, came to the line, and everything. So I had went out on a limb And this limb was probably like a Opelika, Alabama dang on branch that do this right here. I went out on a limb and said he was gonna win it. All right. But now I did a crouching tiger and I went out on a leaf and stood on the leaf and said he was gonna go 985. I guess a strong blow of wind came in and snapped that all the way down. 10-2.
21.
10-2. 10-2. 10-2. And then if you was in the trap house watching it, y'all know that's how I was shocked. And I said, you know what? Now he's actually lived up to his name. Because in case y'all don't know, I gave him the name Ocean's 13 based off the movie. All right. If you haven't seen Ocean's 12 or 13, if you've been living underneath the rock and you don't know what it is, that's pretty much when this group of guys go rob Vegas. Okay. They completely rob Vegas. All right. So I gave him the name Oceans because I felt like what he did in the Olympics was that. Like he came and stole an Olympic medal. That 10-2 solidified I was right, Jack. I told y'all that man came and stole a whole medal, all the money, stole all of it, and kept not running until I feel like he had to do something, and he came out, and that something was a 10-2. So now my question to y'all is this right here, before we even get mine, is Marcell Jacobs, has that ocean ran dry? Is he no longer robbing banks anymore, or as we call them, track meets?
You want me to take it first?
Go ahead.
So look, if you look at last year, right? The slowest time he ran last year was 10.17. So I'm thinking, based off of that, you would think, especially with him touching the levels he done touched 9.8. Mm-hmm. Once you touching them type of numbers, 10-2 is something you doing at practice.
10-2 is a jog.
What you doing at practice? You may be doing those. I'm not gonna say that the man is done, but I'm gonna say where he needs to be, he is way off. Way off. And now you talking about lining up with Mr. Kerley and these guys. Oh my God. All I can say is good luck to him. He way off.
I agree.
Nat, what is that?
Nello. Yeah, I agree fully. I give him respect for actually coming out and racing, because if he's had problems the last 2 meets, it's not going to be cleared up in a week. But I think someone would have gotten him from the contract and said, you need to run. Otherwise, we paying you for a shadow right now. So he's lined up and run. I give him respect for that. But I think that boy needs to go and get himself sorted out before Worlds and, run at Italian champs and then go from there. I don't think he needs to run on the circuit like that. It's going to be demoralizing for him.
Well, let me ask you this: Did you even take the time, or did you even want to take the time to break down any of his numbers in that 100?
So Omega break the numbers down. Sometimes they're not that accurate, but he went through 60 in 6.58, so that should tell you all you need to know. He's way down where he needs to be.
Damn. 6.5?
Yeah, 6.58. Yeah. Okay, there was a headwind, but she'll still be around 650. She's just way off his pace right now.
Ray, let me ask you. I got a question for you, Ray. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
With how he opened up, do you even think that he'll be at Worlds, or will it be somewhere? Oh, I felt something at as close as it get to Worlds, I felt something, or whatever the case may be. Because he cannot go to Worlds, and on this pace that he's on, think about it. He opened up with 10-2-1. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's just say, okay, he bumping the rust off. Let's give him, because he's Olympic champ. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He bumping the rust off. Well, 10-2-1, where does he go from here? You think in his next race he'll go what? 10-0 maybe? Do y'all think he'll go 10-0 next race?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's all I can do. I gotta be honest with y'all, all right? I think he still can and will make the finals for the World Championship. I think he can and will. Now, here's why. I'm gonna answer your question with that. Here's why. Respectfully, he opened up with 10-2, right? Right? That's what he did, okay? We can't pretend like shout out to Marv. I know Marv watching. Love you, Dale. We can't pretend like Marv didn't run 10-2 when he came out there, the Baylor. He dropped a 10-2. We can't pretend like Trayvon didn't drop a 10-1 and his PR is 9.7. You know what I'm saying? So if Trayvon can come drop a 10-1 and his PR is 9.7, then respectfully, a man who PR is 9.8, we can give him a pass for 10-2. The only reason why I'm saying we can give him a pass is because hell, a lot of the rest of y'all don't ran bad. It would be different if Marv had went like under 10 every time he opened up. He ain't did that. If Trayvon had opened up with under 10, he ain't did that. The only person that's been consistent is Fred. Now, when you take that out the mix, you got to talk about Seville and the rest of them and asking yourself, are they going to be ready at World Championships when, and Ty, you know this, when you get to them championships, it's about have you been here before? Damn your talent, okay? Yeah. So when you get to talking about that, and I got to look at the overall field, I can't sit here and honestly say, because he going to get in because he's Italian. I can't actually get in here and say that he can't make the final. I can't say that there will be 8 people at the World Championship that can stop him from making the finals. Can't do that. Not based off of 10-2. But again, look, when everybody else ain't, the world lead is only, well, if we take out the college kids and we go strictly pros, the world lead only 988 and everybody else is at 99 and Fred. Ain't no pros ran fast. So
I'm in y'all is at 84, but I hear
exactly. You. And then outside of Africa, he ain't did nothing. So it ain't like we got a bunch of people running fast to where he can't get in if he just go 9-9 ready. That's what I'm saying. Nah, he should still be all right. He got time.
But the only reason why I say that, and you're right, all the mother boys opened up with what they opened up with. But the only reason I say that is because we have questions of, hey, why he ain't running, why he ducking and dodging and all that type of thing. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying from a mental standpoint, is there a reason why somebody had to quote unquote maybe force him to run this race or whatever the case may be, is what I'm asking.
Well, I have been in tune with some people that's in tune with, I got my sources. So what I was told before now let me clear one thing up. I have to, and I've said this before. When that whole him versus Fred thing was going on, he was not afraid to race. I'm telling y'all personally because I have a source that I was working with to go through them and was talking directly to his camp and his coaches. He was not afraid. He had already gave us his demands, like what he wanted, the money amount, what he wanted for one of his training partners to have. So that part didn't come together because it just wasn't ready. But he was healthy enough to do that then. So I'm also going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he probably really is hurt now. Now, with me saying that he really is kind of hurt now based on what I was told, I'm saying he still got a shot. Now, on the mental aspect, I was told that he is more of he loves to run, all right? And that's just who he is, how he is. Now, when you get those type of athletes, the mental aspect don't really bother them because they just like to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? So mentally, I still think he'll be fine. I think that's why he wasn't running because he was hurt, all right? Yeah. And because he ain't like some athletes like, I'm going to run anyway, even though I'm hurt. And then go mess it up even worse because they feel like they have to run. He don't feel like that. Yeah. So that's a good place to be in to where it's like, I ain't got to run. I don't care how much y'all want to build me up, how much y'all want to say I duck this, duck that. When I want to run, I'll run. So
and he know, like you said, and he know he gonna be at the championship. So I would guess it's better for him to prepare. But I still listen. I still think he still see what's going on out there.
He see it now. He see it. But again, we still, and you gonna understand what I'm saying is, we still 2 months away from
literally, yeah.
2 months, 2 whole months away from you can either get better or get injured. Oh, yeah. Right now, it looks good for him because if he had came out and ran 9.7, we'd be saying, oh, can he hold it?
Yeah.
Is he gonna make it? 10-2 is like, well, shit, you ain't got nothing nowhere to go but up. Yeah. So,
no doubt.
To me, that's just what but let me ask you this while we sit on topic of him. You think any of these young boys could beat him when it mattered?
I don't
like
think so.
Like how they say like Tobago. Somebody had said that,
Listen, you said it best earlier. When you done been there, when you done been in them big races, when you done had to go through the stress and the battling of going race for race, tit for tat in them big races, it's a different world. A lot of them young boys, a young boy would have to come in with the attitude like how we used to operate. We used to go in with an attitude of like, okay, well, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for them to beat him. I mean, listen. He know who's gonna be the real deal. Kerley and company. Mm-hmm. But some of them young boys that may be more talented or maybe clicking at the right time, they gonna have to take it. So they gonna have to. It's gonna be more than just the physical. It's gonna be more than just the physical ability. They gonna have to go in from a mental standpoint and take it. And so that's that's to be determined. If I was betting, I wouldn't bet with it. I'm a bet with the guy that done been there.
Let me ask Nat, because Nat, I like asking Nat questions because he's such a statistical numbers guy. We're speaking from the mental aspect of it. Nat, do you think that any of the young ones could be ready to actually stop him from making that finals? And we're talking young ones like Issam, Tobogo, Seville. Do you think any of them would be able to outdo him when it comes time for world championships?
Yeah, absolutely. I got big money. That's relative. I got good money on Seville doing really well this year. I like the way that he handles himself in the champs. Just like to see young guys run through the line because they seem to be looking around and showboating and celebrating. I don't know where all that's coming from, but the old heads seem to be, they've got the blinkers on and they're running through the line. They ain't got no time for showboating. So Tobogo's always a threat. I think he'll do better in the 2 this year than the 1.
Tobogo?
That's my opinion.
Well, your opinion usually be backed by some stats and some numbers that you be breaking down. So if that's your opinion, then guess what? I'm gonna have to go with it. I don't think it's gonna happen, but whenever you say stuff, Nat, though, I do go look a little harder. Like, well, let me see, what Nat looking at? What they look like at 17 meters? Because that's what he breaking down. Damn, the whole 100. All right, but let's stay at the same track meet. Y'all know where I'm ready to go. See it in Paulino. Okay. Now, put this out there. All right. First of all, I told y'all. I like doing that. I told you so. I told y'all. I actually first started saying it when Anson was on Sprint Culture 2 weeks ago, and I was like, no, she's not winning, y'all. And everybody's like, man, listen to me. The girl's not winning. Okay. Do you see the lineup? Do you see who she's about to race against? This is her first debut coming out as a 400 meter, and you think she just one of them gonna get her. Both of them might not get her. One of them gonna get her. That's exactly what happened. Now, 2 things happened though when I watched it. First of all, I got scared, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. When she took off and she got out that first curve, I said, hell no. What's going on? Because in my mind, I'm watching Sid, okay? I'm watching Sid and Bobby Kersey. I'm not watching a regular athlete. So when she got took up, first of all, I did not pick both of them to get her. I said, everybody, they're going to be watching. I did not pick both of them to get her. I pointed at both of those names and said, did y'all forget these 2 people are in the race? But anyway, back to what I was saying. Y'all don't understand. Now, when she took off, I said that Sid and Bobby Kersey. My eyes then started watching that clock to where, is she really finna goddamn go break this American record? Because the pace she got out at looked like that. In our minds, or at least in my mind, Sid is above most athletes. Okay. So when she gets ready to come down the home stretch, in my mind, she's not gonna die. Like, this is Sid. So that whole time I'm literally watching to see what if I'm about to witness history. And then right at 300, reality struck me like, oh, that's still a 400. I don't give a damn if it's Sid. I don't give a damn who. That's still a 400. And if you ain't been training for just that race, I don't care who you are. That refrigerator is going to be right there at 300. And that refrigerator was right there, monkey refrigerator, whatever you want to call it. She hit that same booty lock that we all do when we try and do that 400. And then like somebody else said, the 400 hurdles versus the open 400, 2 totally different events. Ty, you would know that. 2 totally different events. Sid hit a whole brick wall. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, that looks normal to me. Now, I got to put this part out there, and then I'm going to let y'all get the flow. Sid probably should have won that race, okay? Here is, to me, where I think she lost. Did y'all know this fool ran in tennis shoes?
They had
She
spikes.
didn't-
They got
I didn't know
small
that.
spikes in them.
She didn't. Not the one she had on. The ones that I saw, they ain't even got the small
ones you
spikes
got
in them.
They got very small. They're molded. They're
Oh,
online.
they were molded.
Very
I
small.
didn't even see the bottom on because the picture they sent me, this fool had on flats, not no Boeings, not no nothing. It looked like straight, like to me, they like straight flats. So everybody said they were spikes, they were spikes, they were spikes. No, they wasn't. I don't care what y'all saying.
They weren't sprint spikes.
Thank you.
The 400
Thank you.
They weren't
Like,
sprint
come on now. I mean, put it that way. They weren't sprint spikes. They look like steeplechase damn shoes. They had a heel on this thick, okay? They was not light. They was not flimsy. You can't get no ankle rotation in them. Those were not spikes compared to what we would call spikes. If she had on what we would call sprint spikes, maybe she probably would have pulled it off. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. I think she would have ran faster than nothing else. I think the booty lock might would have hit at like 325, 350 versus the 300 mark is all I'm saying. And then once that booty lock hit, you on your heels now in them shoes. You flat as hell in some flats. So that's just my take on it. I didn't think that she could ever win that race. I had said two things would happen. I said one, either she gonna get third at a photo finish because I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt that she would be there. But I was like, she'll be there, but they wanted more than she wanted. And then I said, no matter what, though, she ain't winning. Well, I was 1 for 1. So my question to y'all is, do y'all think she should do that 400 again?
Listen, I think when she did the 400, I was thinking to myself, this is just straight up speed work for the 400 hurdles. I never thought that it was, oh, she's gonna break the American record and all that stuff. Because when I seen her go out, when she went out, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this is definitely speed work. We're gonna take this thing out 300 and you know, come on home, see how we got it. Then the shoes confirmed it to me because that was training. That's competitive practice, you know. So when I seen that, I'm like, okay, because think about it, Ray. The new Nike spikes got the carbon plate in it. Come on, man. She put those on. She ain't gonna break down. She ain't gonna get that same booty lock until 350. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when we train in flats. Yeah, that leg to build up a totally different way because the foot strike is different. When you got on spikes, you striking mid-foot, and that's propelling you forward. Now, when you add in the carbon plate, that put a whole different aspect to it. So I think if she would have had on sprint spikes, it would have been totally different. But I looked at this whole thing, man, as this was a very competitive speed work practice for her getting ready for the 400 hurdles.
I agree with you, Nat. Did you break down any of her stats to back up what we saying or disagree with what we saying?
No, I agree with you guys. And you know, the 400 way better than me at that level. But yeah, Omega, again, they broke her splits down and she was actually ahead of the world record for 150 meters. So that'll show you the kind of pace that she was on compared to Maria Cox's splits.
Nah,
B. Ty, will you get your sister before I
listen.
Listen.
The spikes ain't magic, but I promise you, they night and day versus if you talking about the flats. Man, that woman had on flats out there, man.
Hey, B trying to spikes ain't magic.
Listen,
you ain't got a pair. You should have ran in a pair, then you would know they was magic or
but
not.
Ray, listen for real. The spikes, if anything, gives you a whole nother mentality mentally. Because once you listen, think about when you hit the track. When you hit the track and you got on flats, you in a training mentality. Oh, I'm at practice. You know, we're gonna do some repeats, whatever. You put those spikes on, boy, you out there bouncing. You bouncing a whole different way.
Hey, B, that what she been. She was like spikes or not, she's still locking up.
Oh yeah. She gonna lock up. She was gonna lock up at 350 versus 300.
Yeah, that's all we saying.
Yeah, that's
she
all.
Gonna lock up.
She gonna lock up about 340, 350 versus 300. She locking up at 300, man. She in them flats, man.
She in them tennis shoes. She ain't got no more bounds. She ain't got no more bounds. Yeah. So, hey, that actually probably was, you know, now that we saying it like that, you right about the Bobby thing. Bobby just used a Diamond League track meet for practice.
For sure.
Literally, like, I don't care. We still gonna practice at your meet. That is insane. Like, we're not gonna go to no duck off meet somewhere, you know, in Atlanta where can't nobody see us. We're going to go to Diamond League Paris, get the money, first of all.
For sure.
Get the money. And then after we get the money, then we're going to go to practice.
But you got to think about this, though, Red. Make total sense because if you send it, where else will you get that kind of competition? You talking about a girl that, you know, with all due respect, well, she done ran in her time in the 400 hurdles. She tapping folks in the open 4. You understand? So
that part.
So if you heard, where else will you get that kind of speed work from? You can't get it nowhere but at Diamond League. I mean, maybe some. I don't know who a training group is. Oh my God!
Wait! I got an echo. Coach, you got an echo, Coach.
Man, y'all told me if I see something, he coming. He got them caps on, man. Y'all get here quick, man. If I see something, say something. He here. Y'all look here, man. He got them caps on. He coming. He fit the cap. So y'all told me to say something. He here, man. Y'all just send somebody right now. Hey, what's going on, man?
Go, what it did, baby?
I'm good, man. How you holding up, man? That sound better?
Yeah. We can hear you a whole lot better now. We can hear you a whole lot better. What's going down, man?
Nat, what's good, man? Yeah, hey, I appreciate that stuff you gave me yesterday, man. Definitely waiting for that hurdle stuff, bro.
What's up, Coach?
And as for Ty, yeah. He's here.
Let the games begin.
Right. So what I missed, man? What I missed?
Man, you ain't missed nothing but Oceans. I'll catch you up. Oceans, you know. Well, we're going to ask you, you ain't missed but one topic. Do you think Oceans is dried up?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, the man got a 980 PB, but that race did look, ooh. He was smiling, though. Did y'all peep how he had a look on his face?
Like he knew something that we didn't know?
Yeah, like he was kind of figuring something out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew he was going to run bad, but he's not tripping because he made it through the whole race probably pain-free.
Like one more.
Yeah.
I think that was more of what they was working on more than anything. Going through the motions. And it might have been the same thing, like I said, with Sid. Sometimes you gotta get that check. Like, you gonna pay me to come practice? Well, why not? I ain't ready, but because I bet I can tell you one thing for certain, two things for sure. What he was paid to run was more than what Noah got to win. Now, granted, Noah also, got his money for coming in, but all I'm saying is that first place prize money on the 10 grand. I can assure you he got way more than that for his 10-2. So he's still straight. Hey, sometimes you ain't gotta win. I ain't gotta win for what? That's 10,000. I don't collect my 60. I'm great. You gotta get in here.
I'm gonna tell it to you like this. All right. Speaking of Noah, because I assume y'all probably already spoke about Noah, right?
Nope. Nah, that's coming up later in the show. We just not got on see it.
Okay.
So we on the see it topic.
Now as for Sydney, I need people to understand that was her first race.
All
right. There's a difference between being in shape and being race sharp. You really think her first race off rip, she's going to be race sharp? She's not. She's a woman who gets in rhythm, and I guarantee the next time she runs the quarter, she's going to run faster. And I'm pretty sure Bobby probably said, listen, we're going to run that first 300. I need to see what you look like. Because I guarantee you like this, she decides to run the open quarter. Other than Nasser, it's wide open, bro. It's wide open. Because Paulino is still within striking distance of her. Of Sydney being able to beat her. Paulino, Nasser has a 48-18 PB, and the way she's running, the way she's coming back around, the way she's starting to look, that's the only person I can see that could legitimately knock her off. Because NASA's she's on a whole nother level, bro.
Welcome, Coach Fraser, to the show. I guess since NCAAs is over with, everybody got something to talk about. Well, and for some reason, he's always in the damn car. Now, this is Lamont first time being in the car, so he get a pass. He get a pass.
Yeah.
Fraser, you've been in the car. These folks say you've been in the car since Nationals, USA Nationals last year. Literally.
I can't hear them.
And you can't ever hear nobody when you come on either. I'm booting you off. You gotta do it again. That's what we were saying. I heard boot him off. You gotta try again. Hey.
But Ray, like I was telling you, man, Cindy, that was practice for Cindy, man. Competitive practice.
So we all in agreement that they disrespected all of track and field by going out there and put her in their race because it was practice.
Nah, they ain't disrespectful.
That's disrespectful. You literally just said, I'm gonna come out here against the best of the best at the graded track meet, at a Diamond League meet, and I know y'all hit a race, but I'm just gonna practice on y'all.
Listen, we talking about
that ain't disrespectful.
Listen, we talking about a woman that can line up hurdles in her race and still beat most of the 400 runners. That's what I'm telling you.
Which is also disrespectful.
Still beat these folks.
Which is also disrespectful. She just said, I'm gonna come in your event and I'm gonna take out my spikes, put on tennis shoes, and I'm gonna race you, and I'm gonna get a premier lane, and I'm gonna work on some stuff against you. That is so. You have no fear in your heart for me. Like,
right?
That's disrespectful as hell. Oh, and Bobby, stop that. Fraser, we can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can hear you now. Okay, what's happening, people?
Lord have mercy. Anytime. I don't know how I got this lined up today. Nat, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you now, Nat. Nat, I'm sorry. I don't know how we got this lined up we got today, but boy, we here. We in it. Go Braves, how you doing, sir?
Can I just wait? Can I just say, let's take away the fact that it's Sydney. If anyone else opened up with 49-7, we'd be going crazy. And the way it was run, of course, but let's slow that down a bit.
I mean, 49-7 is moving.
I would never sneeze.
Moving.
I would never sneeze at 49 because 49 is still the standard. Yeah, you're gonna have your anomalies like Sha'Carri Miller, Weibo, and Nasser, and the two little boys that ran for the East German in the Czech Republic. You're gonna have them. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, 49-7 should beat me on my good day. Y'all know I told y'all about my hot 51. Yeah, she would have left me. She would have left. I'm talking about left me. So, I mean, we still going to give her props for that, though. I mean, she did some amazing stuff. I can't take it away from her. All right, so, because, Coach, you right on time, both of y'all.
Man, that was
what now? Well,
that was a world record test run. That's what that was.
What you mean?
Is my Wi-Fi bad?
It ain't bad,
that was a world record test run.
What? When you say that though, break it down like a 400 world record test run or another hurdle test run world record.
Yeah.
Which one? You just said
that was a 400 world record test run.
No, son.
Huh?
No, son. That ain't that. So what you trying
that
to
was a world record. That was a world record 400 test run.
So you say that 400 didn't have nothing to do with the hurdles. It was a 400-meter world record test run because that's what they're trying to go get.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. 100%. From the way she took off and ran, that's exactly what that was. Just think about it. She ain't got nothing to prove in the hurdle.
did. In the back of my mind, I thought about that.
But think about it. Think about who her coach is. Sid and Kersey's all about doing stuff that shit ain't nobody done before. So that you gotta test it to see if you can actually run it or not. And from the way she took off and came through the 200, just like Statman said, you break down the stats, you got to see if you can run that and what it feel like. So in that way, you know, okay, I got to go back and adjust this and go back and adjust this, so this will happen. If you never test it, you're not gonna ever know. So now they know. Okay, well, we got to work on this. We got to do this. If we take, you know, you add your variables, you subtract your variables. And then the next time she run it, she's going to probably run it the same way, but a little bit different. 100%. Facts.
I'm quiet because you can't. I'm quiet because I don't.
I'm with him when he right.
Yeah,
I'm with you when you're right.
Because the reason why I say that is because, again, if that be the case, we are again 2 months away. So that means that gives her and Bobby 2 months to fix that home stretch.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing with the 400 is it is different than the 400 hurdles. You have to run the 400. Like you have to run it. Your body has to feel that difference so it can adjust to it. Just like she didn't jump right out there and break the 400 hurdle record. She ran it. She ran it. She ran them. Then her body adjusted to what it needed to adjust to, add in the training, and then there you go. She has to do the same thing with the 400. Because you got to remember, before this race, Sid had never broke 50. Your body has to feel that. Just like you a 100-meter runner. If you ain't never broke 10 seconds, the first time you break it, you have to feel that. Then your body comes back and adjusts. Then you continue to progress and keep dropping the time based off the training that you're given. So yeah, that was a 400. You can't tell me that was nothing. And I didn't even know about the spikes. I didn't even know the spikes or the lack thereof.
The lack thereof.
Right. If she was in flats, whoa. So you gonna do a test run?
Let me
flats?
let me correct y'all on the shoe thing, because I hit up Trayvon. Those were distance spikes, and those were specialized shoes. They did have pins in them, but you would look at those shoes and think those were not your prototypical sprint spikes. So it wore spikes, but it wasn't.
But they wasn't sprint spikes. They wasn't what we know. Like they ain't get on your toes and go.
So are those the shoes she normally run in, or no?
That's a new prototype.
Like when she's racing, is those the shoes she normally race in?
She does races in a shoe with a thicker heel. She does.
Interesting.
I would guess it's different, isn't it, for the 400 though? Because obviously you got 10 landings.
Because of how you land. A lot of the hurdlers, man, sometimes they land on their heel. So you gotta do something that's gonna cushion that blow.
Right.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. So basically what we can all agree to is that there is a possibility that if that's what they are trying to do, that she possibly can do it based on what we just saw.
Yeah, she can do it. I mean, look. Well, let me take a step. Let me take a step back. Regardless of how we may look at 4760, bro, that joint is still 4760. It's the reason why there's only been 2 women to have ever gone under 48. The probably the greatest quarter mile that no one gives respect to is Marie-Josée Pérec. And she never went.
I gotta cut you off. I got a message. I'm a highly respectable coach out there watching the show. Coach, we're gonna talk about you later on in the show. Thank you for texting me. Here's what he told me. He said, Ray, coach is correct. I guess he's talking about Frazier. Bobby is a very calculated man, which we know. He has said to me privately that he wants the American record in the 400. Not sure about the world record though. So there you have it. I can't tell y'all what coach that was that gave me the information, but I'm talking about it on the show. But apparently that's the goal. That's American record, Bobby.
I mean, dude,
listen, that world record out there.
But listen, that has to be. Listen, that had to be the goal. Look, if Marie-Josée Pérec couldn't come close to that record, if Kathy Freeman couldn't come close to that record, hell, if Shawnee Miller-Weibo and Nasser can't get close to that record, they tried. Because I ain't never see a woman sprint 390 meters all out like that in the modern history, other than the little boy that's the world record many years ago in Australia. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I've seen pictures. All right, whatever doping regimen they had them women on.
Yeah, it's something different.
Yeah.
I ain't got that to do with what you just said, man. I ain't got that to do with what you just said.
I'm with it when you're right.
But all jokes aside, everyone, we're joking. All jokes aside, 47.60 got to be respected. And once someone creeps under 48 seconds, then we can start saying, okay, now we may have to open our eyes. And regardless of how people may feel about these young ladies, Messalingi, that's her name, Messalingi, and the other young girl, they were the only ones that was comparable to go out there and come close to breaking 48 seconds.
Bianca says, where to go? Bianca says new American record at best this season. That's well within reach. I agree with everybody that's saying it now, the way that it just got broke down. Because I'm telling y'all, I was on the edge of my seat like they were going to go for it then. So, hey, kudos to it. So now we got something to look forward to because let's see what. And I could believe that. Because it's like Bobby's saying probably like we've already did the hurdles. What more do we need to do? The next best thing is let's go take another one.
Ray, can you pull a comment up for me, please? This donkey guy.
Okay. What
he's saying 34.94 is 46.6 pace. I need to just teach him some basic mathematics.
Okay. Well, anytime you gotta teach them mathematics, you're gonna break it down from numbers to numbers.
Let him teach.
I gotta go find the comment now, boy. You don't messed up pissing that off.
Let him teach. Go get you a cap out. I see some cap in there. Let him teach.
Oh, don't worry.
Is the donkey guy?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find him because somebody had laughed. Oh, there it is. This one right here.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Okay.
You can't just get your calculator out and do 46.6 divided by 4. You can't do all that. That's not it. You decel from 300 to 400.
34.9? What?
That's what she went through, yeah. So he's dividing that by 3 and timesing it by 4 and saying this is what she would have run the 4 in. My brother, you decelerate from 3 to 4. Everyone in history has never done that. They will continue to do that. When Koch broke the world record, she went through 3 in 34.18. The last 100 was 13.48. Such and such. The fastest 300 to 400 ever is from Senyi, 12.6. As strong as Sid is, 13.5. That's about a wheelhouse. So at best, she was coming through in 48.4. But that's out there.
Yo,
that's
respect.
The whole pattern changes. You can't just add 100 onto the split.
Respectfully, I've never
been
seen
educated on race tape. Go ahead, coach.
All right, I've never seen anybody run 46 seconds who didn't come through the 300 at 33.
Exactly, at least right.
So homeboy, your math ain't math. She's damn near. I mean, you tried, baby. You tried. You tried.
He gonna be in ER, man.
Matt gave him the whole breakdown of how he was wrong, and you were just like, bro, your math ain't mathing, all right?
Right.
Stay out the comments. Respectfully, stay out the comments with the math.
Stay in the comment, homeboy. Just comment on the next one, man. Keep that iPhone calculator out, man, and comment on the next one. All right. Zeke, you find your Texas Instrument calculator, man. They're a little more accurate.
All right, so switching topics real fast. Speaking of accurate, I would like to say that Noah has become very damn accurate at this sprinting stuff. So I'm just going to put the question out there right now. Is he the number one sprinter in the world as of right now? By sprinter, I mean by our definition of 1-2 combo. I ain't asked you the best 100-meter runner, best 200-meter runner. I said, is he the best sprinter? 1-2 combo, is he the best? There he is at it right now.
Yeah, between him and Kenny Bednarik, the both,
But it can't both be the best now, coach. You got to pick one or the other. The question was, somebody do like Molly on first take. Damn it, Stephen A. The question was, not what you want to trick. Question B. The question was, is he the best right now? Not co-best. Is he the best?
Oh my. Okay, seeing that you want specifics, yes, he is. As of right now, he's the best right now.
Ray, I don't know.
Who
That's
better
not a
than
question
him?
now.
Who better than
Yeah,
him
as a
right
one
now?
and two, as 1 and 2 man he is, and Fred's second. If we're taking the 1 and 2 together, yeah.
I'm Fred Kerley, man. But we going 1 and 2, so I mean, I guess he is. Yeah, I go.
I mean, Noah and Fred running the 2 against each other next week, so we're gonna see.
We're gonna talk about that because I don't think they are. But keep going.
Shout out to all in the game, yo. Shout out to my guy, man.
Yeah.
Right,
so-
down there in that corner, what you thinking?
Man, I'm thinking. That's a tough question because they both falter in their opposite events. Like Noah's a stronger 200 than Fred, but Fred's a stronger 100 than Noah. I think they even.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Even?
But
Because Noah hasn't solidified himself.
is
Noah
Noah a
hasn't
stronger
solidified
100
himself
than Fred
as
is
a
a 2?
strong 100.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Because Noah's just really now starting this year, so he hasn't really solidified himself as a strong 100 runner. Can he run a fast 100? Of course, but it's consistency is what I'm looking at.
So you got Fred, Coach Fraser.
Yeah.
Coach Lamont, you got
I got Noah right now.
got Noah.
Yeah.
Tyron, you got Fred.
I'm rocking Fred, man.
Nat, who you got?
No, I'm Noah. Right.
You Noah.
Look, let me ask
Hey,
you.
is that two? Let's see, 2 and 2. I gotta break the tie. Oh Lord, I gotta break the tie. Okay, listen here. I ain't gonna break it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this right here. Shout out to another one of my favorite people, Coach Holloway, watching the show. He wanted to tell me his pick. Who y'all think he picked out of them two?
He picked Noah. I know Coach
Nah,
Rob.
I
He
think
picked
Coach
Noah.
went with Fred. Coach went with Fred. Coach
He went with
Florida
Noah.
Gator, man. He had to see.
Fraser, you know, man. Who you think he went with?
I think he went with Fred because they compete against them boys down there a little further South Florida a lot, so he might not. He might have went for that reason.
I'm gonna go out on a limb again. Just like I texted him and told him.
Claremont Gainesville got a little rivalry going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb. Just like I told him. I said, Coach, this will be the first time in 19 years that I'm gonna disagree with you. He said Fred. I'm with Lamont. I'm with Coach. It's Noah, baby.
Hello?
It ain't Fred. It ain't Fred right now.
Ray,
I'm with Coach, man. Look here. Miles, I'm sorry, baby. We still love you, but it ain't Fred. All right?
Ray.
So give my reason why it ain't Fred. Right now, at this particular moment, it's Noah. Noah is the best sprinter right now on the planet. It's Noah. It's Noah. It ain't Fred. It ain't Fred. It's Noah. It's Noah.
Ray, let me ask. I got a question to ask you.
I'm gonna give my why, but go ahead.
No, give you why first. Give you why. I don't want no trouble. Give you why.
Okay. This is why I say it's Noah. Okay. Fred has been looking pretty good. Okay. Fred been looking pretty good. But now Fred is on paper 9.7 runner, right?
9.7 PB.
Okay, we'll go with that. 9.7 PB. Okay.
Right.
Which means he should be able to run 9.8s, and 9.9 should come easily, right? All we've seen is 9.9s, correct? Also, Fred put up he ain't ranked sub 20 yet, you said, right?
Yeah.
So when I look at
he has Ray. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Noah. Yeah.
When it was 1992, I looked at it, and here's why I'm saying Noah is the best pure sprinter right now. If Noah hops in a race, and I'm not saying you don't respect Fred, but let's call it what it is. If Fred's in the 200, yeah, you like, okay, But if Noah's in the 200, it's like done, right? If Fred's in the 100, it's like, okay, yeah, Fred probably gonna win, but that's because nobody else is running fast. Respectfully, If Noah's in the 100, what Noah just showed me in Paris is I'm going to win, period. Period, point blank. I'm going to win. That's 100, that's 200. That's either one of them, however you want me to go. I'm not afraid of nobody. Not saying Fred is either. Not saying that. But I'm saying if I got to look collectively off of what they've done this season versus they 200s and 100s against each other, at this particular juncture, I got to go with Noah's the best 1-2 combo right now. But now, that's just what, Coach, leave me alone. I can't give my soliloquy with you texting me and laughing at me at the same time.
Because your coach ain't having it. He's not listening to you. He's not having it. He's not.
I'm waiting on him to get done.
I'm trying to get that
Oh,
ball.
don't worry. I'm
I'm
going to get some text messages too.
Man, Coach, it's bad. It's bad.
Me too.
You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all what he said. I'm gonna let the flow go. He said, "Reggie, you take your meds." Fred can make the World 200 final. Can Noah realistically make the 100-meter final?
Yeah.
So here's my that's my question to you, Ray. Right now, we line up Noah and Fred in the 100. Who you picking to win?
Ooh.
Hold on. Right now.
Pick to win. Right
now. Right now. Today,
who you picking to win?
if they line up in the 100.
Man, them folks line up right now. Who you picking to win?
That's tough.
Oh my God, this man thinking about it.
That's gotta be easy.
What you mean?
That's easy.
I don't know. But look.
That's easy.
Right now, today.
Right now,
today. That's Fred all day. That's Fred all day.
Fred,
Here's the reason. Here's the reason why though.
Let me hear it. You see, I'm torn.
Is this not Noah's first year really running the 100?
No,
yes,
no,
not really. I mean, he has a 9.8 PB.
No, I mean focusing on the 100.
2018.
This is not his first year focusing on the 100.
Yeah, kinda ish.
Listen,
okay, so
I get.
It's different. It's different when you just run the 100 as opposed to when you're focusing on it. That's the same as Fred. The first year Fred came out and started running 100. He wasn't a consistent running 100 runner. He would pop a time, then he would struggle, then he would pop a time, then he would struggle. Now he's consistent in his 100 meters. So Noah is going through what Fred went through the first year Fred starts to run that 100 consistently. So if they lined up today, I'm going with Fred because strictly from the standpoint that he's going to be consistent, his consistency. Now, that's not saying Noah ain't got a shot because he got a hell of a shot. But if I'm betting money, I'm going to bet money on Fred because Fred has been more consistent and this is Noah's first full year really running 100.
Nah, coach, I got to disagree, man. He ran a lot of hundreds in 2018, man, on the circuit, won USAs. He's had a few races there.
Right now, and the only why I keep saying it because to me, right now, today is like today, June 12th. If they lined up right now, today, June 12th, would I honestly say Fred is about to beat Noah? Before Rome, I'd have said, oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Not Rome, Paris. Before Paris, without a doubt. After Paris, I can't say that. And the reason why I can't say that is because Noah just went sub 10. He right there with Fred. But what Noah also has shown is he's shown that 19.6 speed as well. Fred ain't shown that 19.6 speed yet. So what I'm got to look at is that too. Like, okay, well, if he's in striking distance, because in order for me to say Fred gonna win, I have to be like Fred has a start, okay? He's working on it, but he ain't got no start. If Noah can see Fred and they close to each other, I got to now go to that 200-meter strength, that 19.6 I just saw, and say, if they have 40 to go, is he going to be able to hold off Noah? My answer to that becomes no. Can he run away from Noah? The answer to me is still no.
Hold on.
So
you're telling me he will run Fred down?
Talk to him,
Noah's
Ty.
Hold on. That's not what I said. That ain't what I said.
Wait.
That ain't what I said. That is not what I said.
Noah's,
I got it right now.
I'm saying it. I'll say that.
How do you put it on? He gonna run Fred down?
Yeah, Noah's top speed's high right now.
Noah's top speed, and I want Nat with the stats to come and explain it. If
it's high. It's high right now.
If
they together at 60, Noah's winning. I put
if the race is at if they together or at 60 or he ain't put at least 5 on Noah, Noah's gonna win that race now. He gonna win that race because he got 19.6 legs in him. He got 19.6 speed with 9.9 with the confidence of I just beat all of y'all sprinters in Paris. Omanyala was in that race, right? He beat Omanyala, and Omanyala been racing Fred to the line. Who else was in that race? Oh, the same people Fred done beat was in that race.
Except
and no one done beat him.
Fred went in the race.
No. I'm talking about in the race with Fred. The only person that went in that race was Marcel. So everybody Fred done beat, Noah just beat him too. So it ain't no separation now. So now you got to get a bit of the fact of, okay, well, if y'all next to each other, this person got 19.6 on their legs. That's real. Go get you speed. I can't sit here and say Fred can run away from a 19.6 when he ain't in 19.6 shape. That's why I'm like, no, I can't honestly say Fred just because Fred is Fred. Now, if we're talking about championships, there's no way on God's green earth I'm going to bet against Fred Kerley at any championship. But if we talking about right now, today, they finna race tomorrow in 100? Yeah, I think Noah can get him. Yeah, I think he can get him. That's today, though. The mouth. That's what I'm trying to say, baby. I'm trying to talk today, coach. Damn.
All right, so look, so basically you saying, okay, if they race right now today, you going with Noah. But
if they race right now today, I'm going with Noah.
2 months from now, you saying you going with Fred at the championship.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm telling you, Fred a better sprinter. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Fred gonna win the gold medal.
That wasn't the question that Molly asked.
Wait.
Molly said today. She said
the gold medal in what?
In the 100. He trying the 100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he talking about in the 100.
Well, I was about to go in on you, sir.
Before we get there, that's a good one though.
Noah winning the 150. Come on.
In the 150, you got Noah.
Yeah, but if it's on a bend, no all day. If it's on a straight, a bit closer.
If it's on a straight or a bend, I still got Noah.
Nah, man, that bend is
right now. I do.
What's Fred's 200 PR? What's his best 200?
1976.
It ain't 19.3. Tell you that much.
Right?
Huh?
It's 19.6.
What is it now?
19.76. Yeah.
7.6.
And that is still fat. Like, I just love how cool y'all all try to be when he said the man's PB is 1976. Like, that's a walk in the park, bro. You know how
that was the world record. For 17 years, basically.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out, did we not forget Fred used to be a 400 runner?
400
used to be.
Man, listen.
That 400 string gone. That was 2 years ago, baby.
No, it ain't. That boy opened up 44. 44.
Okay, he did open up 44. He did. You right. Y'all right. I take it back. Y'all right. You don't lose that.
400 runner.
I know. I had to think about what I said. I retract my statement. I'm sorry.
There have been many. Listen, when I was on the Auburn staff, I used to have to watch him. I used to have to watch him from the Auburn through my Auburn eyes. Like, oh, he had to meet today. Damn. All you ever do is line up, man.
You know what? I got to switch topics, and I want to go there because you just brought up Auburn. So another thing that happened at the Paris meet. Why I keep saying, Paris? Grant Holloway broke that 13-second barrier.
First off, Ray.
I'm going there because I know he watching. Grant finally broke. Well, we can't say finally, but you're finally. It's the first time going on 13, right?
No.
Ray, you not about to
he don't win 13.
Hold on, Ty.
One off the world record.
Hold on, Ty.
But
hold on real quick.
He ain't winning in a while, but go ahead.
Hold on real quick. Ray, you not about to get me cussed out, man.
Yeah, the hell I am. Come on in here, baby. Here's the question.
You not about to get me cussed out. No, I will say nothing about Grant Holloway other than he had a fantastic race and he's gonna do big things. You ain't
tuck your tail. Tuck your tail, baby. Tuck your tail, okay?
I did. I
did.
Man
right now. Okay?
I did. Oh, you must have forgot how we got punked a while ago, huh?
We live right now. I'm telling people back there how we got punked. Anyway, back to my show. So It's a nice run. For the first question I'm gonna ask y'all is, do y'all think he can break the American record, which would also be the world record?
World record.
Ty, you done heard us. So we got to go at you first, baby. What you think?
I kicked off. I don't think so. I think when he ran 81, I think that was his. I think that was the lightning in the bottle that he should have struck. 80 is out there, and so he would have to run 79 to break it. Now, do I think he got the talent to do it? Yes, absolutely. But I think when you're talking about touching them kind of times, it has to be a series of things that line up, and those stars have to align. And I think when he ran 81, I think that was his realistic chance of doing it. I would love to see it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so.
So when Aries Merritt set the world record in 2012, I need you all to look at what Aries Merritt did from start to finish. Aries Merritt had the greatest single season a hurdler has ever had. I think every race he ran was under 13 seconds.
Listen, I was there. I was at the tail end of a lot of them. I was watching his back. I was watching the bottom of his spikes a lot of those races. Yeah,
right. Now, I think if I'm not mistaken, modern era Aries Merritt was the youngest. I think he was the youngest to set the world record. I'm not sure. Somebody can text me, Coach Holloway. I know you watching, so you can send me who was the youngest modern era, person to run under 13 and to break the record. But you're looking at a level of consistency. I think Aries Merritt ran 12 races that year, and every race was under 13. Mm-hmm. And then when did he break the world record?
He ran like 13 races, and I think 12 was under 13. So it was something crazy.
I mean, the only race at
12, 95.
He ran 12.93 like 4 times in all weathers. It's crazy. I watched one of them in London, and he was so smooth.
I was there.
The Cuban was the youngest, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, younger than Ronaldo.
All Grant has to do. All Grant has to do is listen to Coach Holloway, because when you listen to Coach Holloway, he's a good coach every now and then.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Be a real analyst right now.
First off, the man has full access to me, dog. Nope. Last time we got caught up in the crossfire because of you. I'm not gonna get shot up again.
Hold on.
Okay.
Also, Aries was 28 or 29 when he did that. Grant is only 25. I didn't know Grant was only 25.
I thought Grant was younger.
Yeah, Grant's only 20. Grant's 25.
Okay.
But you can go ahead and finish.
Yeah. So, the world record, he has the capabilities of break. Like when I say capabilities, he's the closest one. He's the closest viable, legitimate threat to go under 1280 because of his speed, his height, and everything else that he's doing. So, it's not like he's in a bad training camp. I mean, dude, for God's sakes, man, he has a 13-year-old hurdle partner that he's training with. So it's gonna go. When it's gonna go, it's gonna come when they least expect it. But I already know they want the world title. If the world record comes en route to the world title, cool. World title first, world record second. Sorry, I'm thinking like Coach Mouse. Sorry.
I think he can go under. Personally, I think he can go under 1275. But here's what I see.
Yeah. You got to go on and start talking on that one.
Right.
Here's what Grant is his own worst enemy, and what I mean by that is he is so fast because he's tall. Once he gets up to top, once he gets up hurdle 5, 6, he's rolling at such a high rate of speed that it looks like he has to literally slow down in order to manage the hurdles. And that's why.
And to plug in on what you're saying, I want to drop this fact too. Grant's run 8 races this year. 6 of them have been 13:05 or better.
And because he's running at such a high rate of speed, it looks like he has to slow down to navigate the hurdles. Now, and that, which is why at a lot at the end of his races, it looked like people are catching him. Now, once they figure out, because as you can see, he's consistently 13-0, 13-0, 13-0. So they're still, picking away at it. Once they figure out how to navigate his speed, because he's such a phenomenal athlete, man, I see 1275 or better. I literally see that.
You know something, Eugene.
1275.
Yeah, you know something, Eugene. I'm with you. I think he could run 1275 as well.
Yeah. If you look at Grant when he is at hurdle 5 and 6, you're in your mind, you're like, damn. But then when you look at him at hurdle 7 or 8, you're like, what the hell's happening? But he's running at such a high rate of speed that you have to. It's like he's got, and because he's tall, he's got to, like, if you look at him, he's kind of putting on brakes in order to navigate the hurdle.
So how he gonna go faster if he can't go faster?
He's got a shot in between, like
I know Mr. Holloway's watching. That's a question for him.
Well,
that is the question. That's the question for Mr. Holloway.
Ray, you know, but typically those last 4 hurdles are where you really want to hone in on technique because of deceleration and all of that stuff. You don't want to get sloppy or whatever. So that could be something that, you know, that he work on or whatever. But I mean, it's a joy to watch.
It doesn't look like Grant's decelerating on purpose. He looks like it doesn't look like he's decelerating based off of just the race. He's looked like he's decelerating because he has to. Like, I've got to slow down in order to even clear the hurdle or I'm going to crash it. Now, his last race, when he went 1298, that race, I was like, okay, it's getting better. It's getting better. He had maybe 2 hurdles in there, maybe 7 and 8 or 8 and 9, where it looked like he had to hit the brakes a little bit, but not as bad. And then he powered through it. That's just what I saw. I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, you got a coaching now, so I mean, yeah. I'm not going to say that you're wrong. I'm just not going to say you're right, but I'm not going to say you're wrong.
And it may be a situation where he has to, because we know from 1 to 5, nobody's beating Grant Holloway. From 1 to 5, nobody's beating him. It may be a situation where he has to let off a little bit, 1 to 5, not a whole lot, in order to be faster 5 through 10.
Ooh, that's I don't know. That'll be hard. Listen, that'll be hard for a guy like Grant is known for putting you away. Like, listen, Dayron Robles was special at that. Like, Dayron Robles will put you away 1 through 5. Like, so you didn't even no matter how good you were gonna run out of real estate because you weren't gonna catch him. And Grant the same way. Even when he does decelerate and do all of that stuff, you still, by the time you catch him, man, we dipping at the line.
Well, now here's an interesting fact coming in. I love him out. He say he's learning quickly to manage the last 4 hurdles. The 1303 was better than the 1298 technically.
Okay.
And he also says he loves how all the people who have never coached a hurdler to run sub 14 have all the answers. You know that's a mouse answer.
I had one. I had one. But like I told you, you ain't gonna have me say anything about it. You ain't gonna have me say nothing about anybody in my camp. All right, I'm cool.
I feel like you're the one that said that. What you talking about?
First of all, I am innocent of everything. I am a Gator supporter. Okay, I support the Gators. Okay.
I'm gonna go on record and give my answer on it. Do I think that he can break the American record or the world record? Yes, I do think that he can. Do I think that Mouse can coach him to do that? Again, the answer to that is yes. But do I think he will? The answer to that is no, okay? And the reason why my answer is no that he won't is because I'm really speaking from just a side of it. I guess I'd say devil's advocate to where he seems to be comfortable. And Miles, don't shoot me. Say what I gotta say, damn it. Say what I gotta say. You text me later. He seems to be comfortable. And what I mean by comfortable is he wins so much. For me, I don't ever see that on the finish, on the starting line, like that dog, like, I'm finna get after today. You know what I'm saying? Because he just looks like
he got control of the race.
He got control of the race. Like he looks like I have control of the race.
Beat me. They can't
beat
me.
That's how he looked. That's how he looked. No. The only time he did not look like that to me personally is in Tokyo when he had what's his name next to him. The Jamaican.
He just lost a couple though.
That ain't an L. That ain't an L. That's equivalent to Sydney's L. That's what I'm saying. A couple weeks ago, that's equivalent to Sydney's L. Working on stuff. Okay.
And that statement don't even make any sense pertaining to Grant Hall.
Watch 12. What's the world record? What's the American record?
1280.
Okay, 1280. All right. Now, and what I mean by that is,
and he's run 1281.
He's run 1281. Okay. Yep. Now, who is going to push him to that world record? Name it. Name the hurdler right now. Who gonna push him to that world record? Name it.
Broadbell, Island.
Who?
Broadbell, Jamaican.
Gonna push Grant to make Grant go 12-7.
Yeah, why not?
I don't see it happening.
Devin Allen has a PB of 1284.
Now, but that's why I'm saying I don't think he can do it, because I don't see anybody being able to push him to do it outside of Grant. And now again, it's just my take. I could be wrong, but all I'm saying is I don't see anybody outside of him to push him to have to go there. So the only way he's going to go there is if he goes there. And to me, it just seems like he has so much fun to where sometimes if you're trying to get some shit done, that fun go out the window. You got to have a different mindset. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is for him to break the world record, I just don't see him being able to do it by himself, but I don't see no hurdlers that can push him to get there.
Yeah. He definitely got control over the event, man. They can't.
He got control.
So wait a minute. So you mean to tell me you don't think? You mean to tell me you don't think Devin Allen, who has a PB of 1284, can push him?
You're not gonna.
Nah, not to get that 7, because you got to be there. You know what I'm saying? You got to be there, and ain't nobody gonna be there after the first 4-5 hurdles.
Devin is real good, but Devin ain't gonna beat him. Devin gonna push him, but Devin ain't gonna push him like that. No, he ain't gonna beat him.
But I think you have a point. Nobody's gonna be there at 5'6", but I think because of the past where he's gotten walked down, I think that's his pushing factor. I think that's what's gonna push him, because he knows if he doesn't stay technically sharp and execute exactly what Miles is having him execute, they gonna come get him, because it's happened in the past.
Who came and got him?
If who came and got him? They came and got him at the Olympics. They came and got him a couple weeks ago. They've been close to get.
Well, when they came and got him, it wasn't a clean race though. That's what I'm saying. Like
exactly my point. So there's your pushing factor. Because if Grant Holloway runs a technically clean race, quote me, help me out, Mouse. If he runs a technically clean race, is he not 12.7, 12.8, somewhere in there, or faster?
Do y'all really want me to read what Mouse said?
Yeah.
I will.
Please.
All right, read it out loud.
I got nothing to do with it, Coach.
Right,
I got nothing to do with it.
Watch this. Ray, you are correct. Everyone talks about the world record. Why does everyone think that we are trying to break the world record? We are trying to win the best. We are trying to win and be the best hurler on the planet.
That's what I just
said. Big races, times will come. You are correct.
Place over time.
That's what I said.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Place over time.
But
I don't want to hold debate with the coach saying yes.
Hey, listen, but that's what I said. He's more worried. They're more worried about winning the world title. The world record will come. He's more worried about winning the next one.
That's the same thing I said. If he runs it,
technically, worried about winning the next one.
And let it come.
If he runs it,
go ahead, Fraser.
The times will come.
Absolutely. And let me put this out there as well to you guys. Who do you consider the GOAT in the 110s? Because I would say Alan Johnson, isn't it?
Alan Johnson.
And he didn't have a single world record, but he has all the titles. So what really matters at the end of the day?
The titles.
The titles. Because although, like you say, Aries has the record, but who you gonna say the GOAT?
Alan.
So that's why what Coach Mouse saying.
Hold on, Ray. Don't say that too loud, because the cats at Altus, they were in their feelings a couple of years ago when I put down who was the greatest hurlers.
Why? Who did they say?
I mean, of course he's gonna defend his guy. I mean, of course, Andrea's gonna defend his guy. But because the overwhelming consensus has always been Alan Johnson is the greatest hurdler to ever hurdle.
Ain't no argument about who debates that.
and that says a lot.
Everybody say that.
And that says a lot because Roger Kingdom and Greg Foster could make a strong case.
Those guys are good, absolutely.
You know, and I really do say this. There was only one hurdler that I felt that could have taken the mantle, and unfortunately, his career got cut short, and that's our boy Lou Zhang.
Coach Miles, Coach Miles, via text, who do you think greatest hurdler? I mean, you're a hurdler coach. You coach one of the greatest hurdlers there is right now. Who would you think would be in this debate?
Grant is on. Listen, I'll tell you this.
He says Allen Johnson, not even close.
Yeah, Grant on his way. Grant is on his way.
Yeah, I mean, based on what we say it has to be, which is titles, more titles, and
Grant
more titles.
Grant on his way.
He's definitely on his way. You know what? You know what's funny? Now, I don't know if Miles hopped on because he always hopped on, or if he hopped on because in one of our topics, we actually going to talk about that and debate that about him being one of the greatest of all time. That's coming up later in the show. So, Coach, I know you want to stick around for us to debate about it. But anyway, we talk about greatest of all time.
Yo, Ray, you really trying to get me cussed out, bro.
What, man? You know what? I'm going to jump to that topic right now. We're going to jump ahead. At the NCAAs, there's another victory. We'll come back to the other pro stuff. Jump ahead in the schedule. Florida won again. All right.
Not surprised.
How my team got it wrote is another victory for Florida. Is Coach Holloway the greatest college track coach ever?
You want me to start off, Ray?
You can start off.
No question. I mean, he give it to you however you want it. We can win it. We can win it all with jump heavy, sprint heavy, throw, however you want it, we can serve it to you. He serve it to you every different way. But then on top of that, the consistency of how he do it. Man, come on, man. Listen, I'm an Auburn guy. So we was looking at Florida when they come on those years where he may come third or fourth. That's a bad year for Florida. They going home with a trophy, and that's a bad year. Come on, man. The standard that he done set is on another level. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I mean, to me, yes, because I don't watch it firsthand when I was on the staff, seeing it from there, then watching it as a track fan. He gonna give it. He can serve it to you any way you want it. The year he had Christian Taylor and them crew, he racking up 30+ points in the jumps, and that's how he gonna win it. Then he come back with the sprinters, and he can win it. He can win it however you want it. He can win it. You know, you have some program that some years, he got those sprinters, so they won one this year. He can serve it to you however you want it. Jump heavy, sprint heavy, throw however you want it. We can serve it to you, men and women. So yeah. I mean, hats off. Yeah. Coach Holloway, that's the man. In my opinion, absolutely.
Nat, what is that?
No. I'll leave this to you Americans. I'm not educated enough to answer this question. From what I know, obviously, yeah, what did you say? He's got 17 national titles. That's incredible. But I'll leave this one to you guys.
Lamont, you are bound to say yes. So like, you don't have an option.
I'm bound to say yes,
You're tied and bonded to say yes.
Right. So, because I'm deeply into the college thing, right? We have to look at other factors that separates him from everybody else. And I put it up on my Facebook page yesterday. He's the only coach to have a sub 3 minute, sub 259, and sub 258 college team. He is the only coach to have a win legal sub 13. He has a sub 44. This all during the college season. He was the first, and he is still the only coach to have multiple teams run under 38 seconds. Okay. And a little note for everybody. Do you know that Coach Spry and Coach Holloway was the first coaches to ever coach the first sub 10 American-born college sprinter?
Wow.
That's a fact that I didn't know.
Actually, Coach Mouse was first because I think Bernard was in the first heat, and then Kobe was in the
Kobe
second.
was in the yep.
Yeah. So
War Eagle.
Yeah, so Coach Holloway is the first coach to have the first American-born sub-10 sprinter. Because all the sub-10 sprinters was foreigners. Olapati Adenike, Otto Bowden, Davidson Nzinwa, Percival Spencer, Leonard Miles Mills, like all Obadiah Thompson, all those guys were all foreigners. So now you got to look at things that's going to separate, because you go off of titles. The greatest outdoor program in the history of track and field is USC, because they got 22. Mm-hmm. Well, Arkansas is right underneath them. So now, what do you decide now? If you want to talk about indoor, outdoor, because let's be honest, all the track and field when it comes out to cross country, indoor and outdoor, Coach McDonald's in the class by himself.
Oh, and they was in the same heat that year. Kobe won with 998, Bernard got second with 999.
Okay, so
put some respect on Auburn. Put some respect on Auburn.
Coach Spry, but Bernard won the meet. So Coach Spry and Coach Holloway. Yeah, Coach Holloway in Durham, North Carolina were the first two coaches to ever coach American-born sub-10 second sprinters. But going back to that, so you got Ted Banks, formerly of UTEP. On the men's side, I really don't put Pat Henry in his class, because I think Coach Holloway has done more dominating, game-changing, standard-setting things. So, yes, if you look at it from the indoor-outdoor track and field perspective and not indoor-outdoor cross-country, this meet catapulted him above Coach Banks, Coach Cromwell, Coach Bush, and Coach McDonald. So, yes. And I know I'm about to get chewed out. I know it's coming. It's coming.
Here's my take. Here's why. So I went on record way before when I did one of my Mount Rushmores, right? Mm-hmm. And I had Coach Holloway on my Mount Rushmore, right? And this was my Mount Rushmore of professional coaches. It wasn't even collegiate, all right? Now, when we're talking about the best coach of all time and why, it's no debate. It's Mouse. It's no debate. Here's why to me. 2000 to 2023, okay? Within those 23 years, he's had to deal with 23 different mindsets. He's had to go through generational athletes.
Yes.
He had to go from athletes who didn't have a Twitter account and coaching them to coaching athletes who got a Twitter account and to coaching athletes who are in the Twitter world now. Just with that alone, with just the evolution of mankind, he's been able to coach through the evolution and still win. I don't think people understand what I'm trying to say.
A consistent level of winning.
You got to be able to tap into it so many different mindsets, in so many different areas, and consistently get them to buy in.
Yeah,
which is the hardest thing for any coach to do. You can be the smartest coach from block work to whatever, but if you can't get them to buy in, then you ain't really a good coach. 23 years means, do you know how many different classes I've had come through here? You know how many different athletes I've had to deal with? Do you know how many parents I've had to talk to? Do you know how many people have probably told me bad stuff and I had to blow that off? Yeah. All of that to still today be like, I got another trophy. Huh? To me, that means everything that ever could have came your way actually rolled off your back. Like anything that could have stopped you, anything that could have got in your head to get you off your course, none of it did. Like 23 years of winning. And we're not just talking about winning on a collegiate level. We're talking about his collegiate athletes go to the championships and win as collegiates. John Coppell beat Maurice Green and Michael Johnson in a Florida uniform. Okay? Like, do we got to keep going? So if we talking about the greatest college coach ever, yes, I just told you why. Forget just having the championships. Forget all of that. The University of Florida, Talitha. Either way it go, the University of Florida uniform ends up in front of the already pro people. You're the greatest coach there is then. Because can't no other coach do that. Like, forget just winning the championships. they're also going to go over there and beat everybody and make teams.
Yeah.
Hands down.
And listen, and like you were saying, the evolution of the athlete has changed so much. It's unbelievable. Even when I was in school, you know, we were one that our mindset motto was line up. We don't care what it is. We got to race on grass. We'll do it. Now and then when that changed, the athletes, they need everything to be perfect and in place and all. It's a totally different athlete that you coaching today than from what you coached in 2012. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't got to go back to 2000. That was a whole, like, them were dogs amongst dogs then. Well, you can go right here to 2012, 2013 is a totally different athlete. And he's been able to have a consistent level of championship experience that he gives. He ain't just giving a regular experience. You getting a championship experience at Florida.
Listen. Coach Holloway had to coach cats from me and Ray's generation, Generation X. The fact that he made it out of that and he's still there, everything's a piece of cake. Everything's a breeze for him.
The fact that he was able to control athletes and their mindsets from Generation X.
Yeah. Like he got through to us. He got through us. Oh, this is a breeze. And look, he'll tell you like, yo, I mean, we were different athletes. And it's funny because I was thinking about, I said, dude, what if me and Ray was running in this era with our mindset where we just wanted to win at all?
Yeah. We'll be fighting. We'll be at real life blows. Like I can tell you.
No, you weren't. They're mentally. You've been the tactics that you may implode at a meet. They've been unfold. They tent.
That's why. That's why I say we'll be fighting because Ty, you know me. You already know. I'm in your head. I'm in your head hard. Man. Come on. Raise my hand. Now I don't want to start yet. Bring everybody back. You know what I'm saying?
So for all y'all who is really in depth with college track and field, who's your top four? Who's your top four coaches of all time? And you got to put them in order. Your top four college coaches of all time. Let's separate his success on the elite side. Let's talk about strictly NCAA. Who's your top four?
Mouse. Can we go to the next topic?
I'm going Miles, McDonough.
Hey. Shaver.
I would go.
Really?
I would go.
Yes.
I would go.
Yeah.
I would go.
Shaver got to get in there. Shaver has to go in there without a doubt. He's like Miles. He's still here. The difference is Miles has.
I think I would just,
Miles got more victories. Miles got more victories, but we can't pretend like Coach Shaver ain't been around just as long as Miles, doing the same thing quietly. I mean, he done had some runners up. That's why I'm saying, no, you still got to go with Shaver's on that list because he done took some people to them NCs and won and then took them to USAs and won again on the LSU uniforms. We can go all the way back to the Stephanie Durst them days, Mona Lee them days. Coach Shaver done did the same thing now. So you got to put him in there.
I'm my top
because of that longevity.
My top four. Coach Holloway.
He was getting ready to cap.
He was getting ready to tell a lie.
He was getting ready to cap. He was getting ready to cap.
Look at that. God, like, nah, bro. You been cap hard.
My bad. My phone rang. So, Coach Holloway, I have to put Coach McDonald in there. If we're talking about men, I got to put Coach McDonald in there. I'm going to put Bev Kearney in there. And it could go between Coach Ted Banks or Coach Pat Henry. I'm not taking Coach Williams. I'm not taking Coach Williams saying off that. No, I'm sorry. Can't do it. Regardless of what division he was in. But we all looking at what he's done. That like it wasn't like him and Wes Kitley, formerly of Abilene Christian, now the head coach, director at Texas Tech, wasn't battling. Like I'm talking about battling for titles and putting out guys that was making Olympic teams and world teams and stuff like that. So Coach Mouse, Coach Williams, Bev Kearney. I gotta pick one. Either between Coach, I'm going historically, either Coach Henry, Coach Coach Cromwell, or Coach Banks from UTEP. I got to figure out the last four because I mean you don't want to not recognize them, but if you want to disqualify somebody, you can disqualify Dean Cromwell because they didn't run indoors. So you got to put them to the side. Now it comes down to Pat Henry and Ted Banks. Well, Ted Banks won more men's titles than Pat Henry did. Pat Henry made his bones on the women's side. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go with Ted Banks, number 4.
We gotta switch topics real fast, but we're gonna stay in the NCAA topic, NCAA world. So this is my question for y'all. Britton Wilson. So that's the reason why I got tired on him, baby, because it's a hurler show. Britton Wilson. Here's my question. Was Britton Wilson's Thanos attempt smart or not?
You want me to go first, Ty? Because I know you
go ahead. I know you. I got my. Go ahead.
Okay. I think it was smart only because this is what she asked for.
Hold on one second. I gotta drop this hint though. I gotta let Stone the Builder know something. Stone the Builder, Coach Holloway is the only U.S. coach that has coached more medalists. Wait, I'm saying it right. Please let Stone the Builder know that the only U.S. coach that have coached more medalists than me are John and Bobby.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Yeah, and that's why I had to separate his elite because
there you have it.
It's gonna be ain't even gonna be close. It ain't gonna be close.
There you have it. Marcel, y'all gonna know my bio. Y'all gonna know my bio.
I don't even know why. I
don't
even know why they question it.
Hey, they just had to be educated. That's all.
Bro, if you only understand how people will question Coach Holloway up to this very day, like people really got
because he's so mild-mannered. Because he just sit. But you know how? You know, Marcel. He just be chilling.
Listen, it don't matter how mild-mannered you are. When you got these things right here, when you can flex these right here like water, whenever you can pull these right here and flex these like water. When you can flex them, man, ain't no mild-mannered. That man got them like water.
When you say he got so many, I think he got half of them in the garage and they ain't boxing.
Bro, I've been to their office. He doesn't have any more room for those trophies, man.
You get a trophy with top 4. Them 3rd and 4th place trophies, he probably got them out there in the shed, man. That's right. I guarantee you. I'm an Auburn Tiger.
Hey,
when we would go to the reach, we're like, oh, boy, Florida had a bad year this year. Oh, what they did?
Listen. I'm telling you, you don't see any of the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th place trophies inside that office. You're gonna see the current trophies, which, by the way, he walked out there with a national runner-up on the women's side. People just sweeping that under the rug.
Say Grant be using the 3rd and 4th trophies for hurdle practice when he going over the small hurdles.
Right, man.
Put them behind the blocks. Put them behind the blocks so the blocks don't slip.
If you think for 1 second that runner-up trophy is not gonna be, if y'all don't think that runner-up trophy is not gonna be his motivation going into next year, motivation. Listen, I already know the man. He gonna look at that runner-up trophy on the women's side, and he's gonna concoct a plan that is going to be terrifying. I'm just waiting for his portal thing to pop off because I already know what he plans on doing.
Right now, over his last 14 years on the men's side, 6 first place, 6 second places, 1 third, and 1 fourth.
That's some resume, man.
What he say? That's why Florida gave him 2 contracts. 1 for life, and if you die and come back, we'll give you half of 1.
And think about it. He's a standard breaker. Like he will tell you right now. I guarantee you right now, he will say 37.9 ain't fast. You know why it's not fast? Because he did it twice. So now he's looking at 37.80, 37.70, 37.60 on the collegiate level. That's what he's looking at. He gonna say, yeah, 12.98 is cool, but 12.98 is now slow. Because he did it. Once he did it, it now becomes slow, and now he's shooting for another plateau to reach. That's what make him great, man. He's never satisfied, man. You know what I'm saying?
He said you're correct, sir. You're correct.
Listen, I know how the man thinks. Okay, He has intimidated all.
You can't do it if you think it's fast. You can't do it if you think it's fast.
Right. So now 3790 is cute, but now he wants 3780, 3770. I'm telling you. A 257 is nice, but don't get it twisted for 1 second. I'm telling you, that man wanted 255. Okay. That man wanted 255.
All right, back to Britton real fast.
Yeah,
go Thanos attempt. Go ahead. Go ahead. Thanos attempt.
One thing I'm gonna say is I'm never gonna question Chris Johnson. This was a double attempt to which both parties agreed. It was her idea, and he put in position for it to happen. Now, Britton needs to understand how to manage her rounds. Okay, Britton only knows one speed. She knows all gas, no brakes. You know what I'm saying? Britton, had she was successful in winning both, do we have this conversation? No. Everyone thought Coach Holloway was crazy when he made when Ricky Harris doubled, and he was pulled it off. You remember that time?
But I remember that too. But in fairness, all three of us know Ricky. You could have lined up the 400, the 100, the 400 hurdles, the 800, and the 1600 and told Ricky to do it. He'd be like, shit, let's go. And thought he could have did it. So that's a whole different person that we bringing into it.
I mean,
him trying it versus Britton trying it. I'm glad you said that because I was going to bring it up in my soliloquy, but keep going. I ain't mean to cut y'all.
But, I got to tip my hat to the young woman, and I will never bash that young woman. What she did was remarkable. And, Rashida if you paid attention to Rashida's her season, she was coming. So Britton couldn't be off her game on in that race. She couldn't be off her game. Now the 400 hurdles were only 20 minutes. Look, I've seen what Chris does in practice. If anyone was able to handle that double that short amount of time, it was her. But it didn't happen. We should commend her and not make it about, because I've seen some of the comments, coaches only care about points. That's like saying, oh, well, you only care about the Olympic team, even though I don't get paid for you making the Olympic team.
She earned her spot to get there. She earned that spot to get there.
Right. She earned the right.
Yeah.
She missed being the world record holder indoor by a couple of minutes because Femke set the record. She literally missed it. She ran 49-13, 49-16, whatever she ran. She's run 53 flat. She did the crazy double before. It wasn't like she do it. If anybody never ran at the SEC or coached in the SEC, that is the real preliminary NCAA championship. Ty, you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Okay, so for her to be able to do that with Marcel Russell and all those girls in that her number one competition, all in that race, and some of the best female quarter milers in that conference going against her, and she pulled off that double. Why would we be foolish enough to think she couldn't do it? Dude, we've done special endurance work where we've had only 20 minutes in between each run. We've done it before. And I'm pretty sure Chris and them had her ready. I personally think, looking at that wrap around her legs, something was going on. That's what I personally think. But that's
listen.
Ty, go ahead. Go ahead, Ty.
I'm with you on that. So it was two things that I thought. The first thing I thought that she would have chilled a lot more in the rounds. So I would, because obviously with her doing that double, I thought that she would have chilled a lot more in the rounds, but she didn't. So that's whatever. I think, and on top of that, I also think that when she didn't chill, I didn't panic then because I'm like, hey, she's built for this, and Coach Johnson is one of the best in the game right now too as well. So they good. When I started thinking about it, when she was standing up before the 4 hurdles, I'm like, ooh, this don't. Like, I don't know if she's gonna be able to pull. Like she didn't seem herself. So I'm with you, Coach. I'm like, man, maybe something might be wrong. Her leg wrapped up and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know. Something may be wrong. And then she didn't. I don't think that she had that confidence because she didn't do as well as she wanted to do in the open for. So I don't know if that had a play on it too, because obviously, if I don't mop them folks up in the open for, man, I'm playing with house money now. I don't care about nothing. I'm finna go out here, this and that. So I don't think she did as well as she wanted to do in the Open 4, which kind of maybe was another thing that piled onto it. But I do think something was wrong. I think her leg or something like that was wrong. I think something was wrong aside from just, fatigue. But I do listen. I took my hat to coach him. I took my hat to her because that's an extremely hard double. Ray, you remember that year we was at USA's where Angelo tried to do that same double. He stopped in the middle of the race. Yeah, that's a hard one to do, man. And so I took my hat to him because that wasn't a easy thing to do. But I never thought that they weren't prepared or coach just wanted to get points and all of that is foolish because see at nationals you earn your way there. That ain't something that coach just put you in. Hey, we gonna put you in. No. You earn your way there. So she been knew before they even got there. Like, hey, this is something that I want to do. This is something I want to try. And of course, obviously, Coach Johnson, I'm almost positive he put everything in place to make sure that she was in a good predicament to do that. That's how she made it there. So
right.
Nat, with the stat, what you think? Before I go off on my rant.
No, I agree, man. And I read that she didn't even need the points. So if it's a conscious decision on her and coaches, on their merit, what can you say, man? It's just, I think the shin problem just caught up with her. It's bad timing. Because she'd been fine at SECs and, the NCAA prelim. So.
Okay. This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it like this here.
I have to keep it diplomatic.
I hear everything y'all saying. I hear it all. It is very, very, very commendable. It is. Hats off. But second place only means you were the first person to lose. All right. So she still lost. Okay. Do I think that she should have attempted that? No. Not even on any day of the week. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Nope. Why? Because it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. I would have felt better if they said we were going for the points. That's more realistic. Okay. I'm okay with that. But you're saying you actually did it to try and win both? What are you in what world? Okay? And what I mean by in what world, I mean in a world of where we actually are talking about you got 20 minutes to get ready. Literally cross the line. You got 20 minutes to get ready. Okay, now watch this. If we're at practice, okay, if we at track practice, your workout calls for open 400, then you get 20-minute rest, and you got a 400-meter hurdle time trial after that, right? You can do it now. Okay? You can do it now. Why? You had one 400-meter all out, 20-minute recovery, 400-meter hurdle, okay? Now, what you want to try and do is you want to go through rounds first, like your body is just anemic to getting sore. You want to go through rounds first, and after going through rounds, the topping on the cake is you ain't got but 20 minutes. You're not going to pull that off. You're not. I don't give a damn if you do this. I don't care if you coach through the semis. You're still not pulling that off. Because sometimes I think we like to neglect that there's this thing called CNS system. There's this thing called lactic acid. There's this thing called protein deficiency. There's this thing called amino acids and essential aminos. Like, there's this thing called breaking your branch chain. You're not going to recover that in 20 minutes. I don't give a doggone who you are. It's not happening. That's the science side of it. Now, the actual grit side of it is you go try both of them. You do that. You try from the grit side. You try from the, I'm going to attempt to do something that's never been done before. But the likelihood of it happening is, this ain't going to happen. Why? You got 20 minutes, baby. 20. And it ain't one track meet. Again, I don't even say if it was just one track meet and she was going to go to, say she was in Paris and they set it up just for her to do that. Like, you got 20 minutes. I'm giving it to you now because that's a regular workout now. Like, that 400 is going to get you ready. You went through, first of all, you just left regionals. Legs is gone from that, but you just rebuilding them. And now you're going to come to NCs in the sun. The sun plays a major part of that too. In the sun. You ain't in Oregon. So your body is not going to repair in 20 minutes. If they had gave her realistically, if she had had an hour and a half, she'd have did it. mark my word, hour and a half, you pull it off now. Because now you got time for your body to actually recover. Now you got time to get something in to repair your amino acids. Now you got time to get your CNS system back firing. Now you got time to go hop in some type of a compression, whatever, to get your hemoglobin level back. 20 minutes, you ain't got enough time to get your body back. So I'm not saying that she can't do it. All I'm saying is, with the way it was set up, it's literally impossible to be done. It's not enough recovery time.
Which goes to my other point that they need to move that 3K steeplechase.
Yeah, if they do something like that,
they got it because they got the 4x1, the 15, and the 3K. No, you got to move that 3K. Yep. You got to move that 3K down in between the sprint area to where somebody who wants to do a double, if they want to do a 2-4 double, they want to do the 1-2 double. Everything's not so close behind one another. That 3K needs to be in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Or move the 5K.
I'm with you on that. Move it.
Yeah, that or the 5K to switch them. And so I think that's what I think. Hopefully, when Coach Holloway and all of them get on the phone calls, because that's usually just with head coaches, you know, so I hope they put that in place where they can start moving, so it's more, it's more efficient for the sprinters and the distance runners to run. If you move the 5K down, because that's why they did it. They got the 15, and those who do the 15 5K double, they got that big ass gap in between, but everything with the stitches like right behind each other. Nah, you got to move things around, make it so it's easier for people to get those doubles in, man.
Another point that, you know, shout out to Coach Holloway, he's still on correspondence from down there with us. A fact that he just put up, the emotional aspect of it, like that, and then all y'all know, like, emotion takes a lot out of you too. That takes a lot of energy. So you just won the 400. You happy, you crunk about all that. Now you got to find a way in 20 minutes, really less than 20, because you got to celebrate, to forget that happened. Calm your nerves, relax back down, and act like that never happened, and get ready again. It's just it's extremely hard. And he did say that it has been discussed and will be discussed again. That is because we want to see stuff like that. But again, that's what I'm saying. It ain't that she can't do it. It's the setup. The setup says you don't have enough time to do that. That's it. That's the only reason why I was like, you should not attempt that, because what you're attempting to do is you're attempting to defy science, and you can't do that. And if you do that, we're gonna question what you're peeing out.
Right.
So
more spring coaches have to be in those rooms, and we cannot be ignored, because when it's all said and done, regardless of how people may perceive it, we want the betterment for everyone, not just our event area. Not just our event area. Move the 15. No, keep the 15 where it is. Move that 3K. Put it somewhere in between. And then it gives everyone enough time. It gives enough time for people to do the recovery. That 3K has to be moved. It has to be.
Why? Another thing I think would help, man. The addition of male and female events on the same day, that would give more rest as well. Why is it not on? Why are they on separate days?
They used to.
I know they were the same, but since
I
COVID,
I like the separate championships outdoors. I don't like it indoors. Outdoors, I like it, but there has to be, like, we have to be fair to these kids, because sometimes, regardless of what we see, what those kids do with those short time windows is superhuman. So we gotta take our hat off to those kids and those coaches for getting them prepared to be able to handle that. But I personally feel that a lot of those things need to be changed around, done differently, so we can get a much more quality top to bottom, not just top heavy, but everything. Everyone can come out there and they can run. Because think about it, you got guys that went out there that's on relays, that got to run the relays, then they got to come back and do this. Like, got to give them more time, man. Got to give them more time.
You know, another question I want to ask y'all, sticking to the NCs, I know on the sprint side at least, male and female, it was pretty much dominated by non-Americans.
Oh, you saw my
Yeah. So my question is, the question that was popped up on here. My question is, have the U.S. athletes drop down in the NCAAs?
No.
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 No?
No.
I mean, them results didn't say yeah.
No. It's an outlier. And you're talking about the women's.
I'm talking men and women.
Okay.
Men and women.
Courtney Lindsay is American. Okay. There's always been foreigners in the speed events. And that's fine. But the one that stands out the most is on the women's side. Because I believe so Texas 4x1 is all foreigners, not an American-born athlete on that relay. The 400, the 100-meter hurdles, the 400 hurdles is a Canadian, 100-meter hurdles is Jamaican, and then we know what the other Texas girls are. This is an anomaly. This is an outlier. It's not the norm.
Okay, let me ask a better question.
What's up?
Courtney Lindsay is American.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Born in America.
Yeah.
Does he have any lineage outside of America?
We all do.
Don't be damn political, sir. You know what I'm trying to ask. His mama, daddy.
I don't know.
Are they both born in America?
He was born in America. I don't know.
No, I said the mama and the daddy. The mama and the daddy.
Don't know. I don't know.
Somebody tell me that because it was told to me that he's American. Okay. But the other two, well, we know the other two aren't because my boy, shout out to I'm not even gonna try and say his name. Shout out to Sean, okay, who got third. We know he's not American because I can't say his last name, okay. And then we look on the winning side, it was the same thing. Even if we go back last year, if we go back to what's the name of the 200, Nigerian. So by me asking that is I'm asking for a reason because it's like you have them in the mix, whether they going 1, 2, 3 or not. They in that 1, 2, 3. Okay, it ain't American no more. That shit's over with. All right. So my answer is we are dropping down. Okay, and the reason why I say we are dropping down is because it's evident. It's not America no more. All right. So with the NCAAs, how it is now, and over the past few years, even with the merging of Julian Alfred, it's starting to look like the top athletes aren't American no more. Now, we might got the masses, we might got more of them, but it's starting to look like the top athletes, Tobogo, if he was in NCAAs, Seville, if he was in NCAAs, Issam, if he goes to school next year. You see what I'm saying? It's like, as we going up in the years, they moving up in the ranks. So I personally think that, yeah, America and the NCAA is starting to twinkle down in our own country to athletes that are outside the country. And I'm not saying let me put it this way. I don't give a damn who win. It's just a topic that was brought up for me to talk about on the show. But to me, it seems that way now that because more athletes, because think about it. When we ran, it was hard as hell to get an athlete in America to actually be at a school. If you got one, it was like, when I was at Tech, it was like, damn, man, Texas Tech, we got 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? So back in the day, it was hard to get them over here. Now, somehow, it's easier to get them. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact of why it started to change up because you got these athletes coming over from these other countries and living in America. And when they get to America, it's glitz and glamour like, wow. And the Americans are a tiny bit spoiled. So I just feel like it's starting to shift more to they come over here and they're running better than we are, running better than us. Based on what I watched at the NCs, because that's all I kept seeing was other country flags. Like, well, wait a minute, is this the Olympics, World Champs, or this NCAAs? Because the way it's looking, we had a damn World Championship meet. I see flags from everywhere in the top 8.
You also gotta give credit where credit's due, man. There's some damn good coaches all through this damn coast, man. From the East Coast, West Coast, down south, up north, man. Cats is coaching, bro. Cats is coaching.
Been coaching.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for God's sakes, Nebraska almost ran 38 seconds in the 4x1. I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd see the day.
Hey, what stuck out to me? Alabama State was in the final, man.
It ain't stick out to me. I knew that was coming.
I didn't see that coming.
I did. Maury, let me tell you, between what Charles got set, what Charles and Richie Bean, because let's start with Richie Bean, because he's the mastermind, he's the straw that stirs the drink. What Richie Bean has allowed his last two spring coaches to do. Richie Bean is an egoless. He's an egoless man, where it's about the betterment of the program and not about him. That's why he needs to be in the damn Hall of Fame. Okay? But what Maury did, and I know what Maury did, see, a lot of people didn't know about him. I was one of the first people who knew about him. Because I actually went up to him at D2 Nationals and started to held a conversation with him. Anybody who know me know I'll go up to you and talk to you, talk to you about track all day. And I've seen what he's been doing. What he did at Rogers State and what he did at his previous institution and what he did now. I'm not surprised. And I think all those guys are coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, y'all, I gotta do this right here. I hate to do it, but it's been one damn good show. That's how we done got up on this 2-hour mark, and y'all know we only got 2 hours, and it's a lot of topics that we missed. When I say a lot of topics that we missed, it's a lot of them. But I feel confident after going back and looking at the lineup, we hit everything that we needed to discuss. That was the major stuff, so I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. I will put this out there though, since we didn't get to talk about it, and that's one reason I didn't really care to talk about it. Right now, from what is being relayed to me, Fred is not running at New York, so you will not see that Fred and Noah matchup. What's being relayed to me is that Fred is allegedly contemplating on only doing the 200 at the trials and not the 100. So that's just how it's being told to me. Right now he's thinking of not running at New York. Is what he's thinking of. And he's thinking of not running again until USA's. And because he has to buy, he's gonna do his one round, and then he's gonna sit and wait for Noah at the top of the curve in the 200. That's just how it's told to me now. I'm just, I'm gonna tell you now, but according to what they telling me now, he's gonna run one round. I'm gonna say it again, boy. He said he's gonna run one round at 100, allegedly, and then after that, he's gonna go sit down at the top of the curve and wait for Noah.
Okay, first off,
I can tell y'all what I've been told now.
I don't believe Fred. Fred needs to stop the cap. I don't believe him.
He ain't going to New York. He ain't going.
That's fine. He ain't got to go to New York. But Fred,
and he ain't running 100 either at USA's. He only doing one round.
You know what? I know how to get Fred to run all the rounds. Don't worry.
Don't want, sir. What's been told to me is he ain't got nothing to prove in the 100. But right now, allegedly, this is for a job. He said we gotta get off in 3 minutes. Noah's the man in 200. So the way that prayer mind is, nobody's better than me in nothing. So I tell you what. I'm gonna sit and wait on you to top of that 200 curve.
But
okay, so we got to get out of here in 3 minutes. But I gotta ask y'all. I gotta ask this question: If Fred is serious and he's not gonna run in New York, he's only gonna run round, and he's training to be ready for the 200, can he beat Noah and win it?
No,
all day.
Damn! Oh, it's a Noah all day. It's a Noah all day. Nat, what you got? Because we ain't got time to get into it, but we'll talk about another show. But what you got, Nat? What you think?
No, the bend is too weak, man. Sorry, Fred. Don't come at me because I like the smoke, but the bend, man. The tempo ain't going to do it.
I'm gonna put my 2 cents in, so we gotta get out of here.
All right, so Fred,
go ahead.
Remember what I put? Remember the comment I put in our group chat about Noah when he gets in the 200?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you say.
But is Noah going to run a 4-2 then at USA? So he's going to run all the rounds then?
Who?
Noah.
Noah would have to see Fred in the finals. And Noah ain't going back out. So
yeah,
all Fred
they both got to do the Fred. They both got to do the rounds.
Ever done was line up and win, and I don't want no trouble.
I'm gonna tell you like this here. Noah got 19-3 out there though. Noah done ran faster than Fred. Noah got 19-6 out there. I'm gonna say it like this right here. Oh shoot. Well, never mind. This just came in. I'll hot out the press. Noah is only thinking about running 100 now. He's not even thinking about running 200.
There you have it.
Well, it's gonna get good, boy. It's gonna get good. What? Oh my God. Oh, I can't wait now. Noah said he only thinking about the Hyundai, and with no Fred in it. All right, y'all, we gotta go. We got that 2-hour mark. I'm gonna let everybody in the whole world think about that one. Hey, we thoroughly appreciate Coach Miles down there in Florida for tuning in and being a correspondent via text message for us to make the show pop even more. Coach Lamont, we love you, baby. We glad you here. Nat with the stats, as always. Ty, you know, every time you come on here, I got you and Coach, boy, we all get on this thing together, baby.
He stay captain.
Hey, and we appreciate all y'all. We know there's a whole lot of stuff we didn't get to talk about, but we will make sure that we cover that stuff later on in the week. I'm sure we'll get back on here next Monday, and because we have nothing else going on. So, hey, till then, hey, love everybody, love each other. What we always tell y'all, hey, we can't see each other on Twitter. Stop fighting, stop beefing. Definitely stop coming for me, because I'm Mr. Love. See what I say? Don't come for me on Twitter, all right? That's all I'm gonna say. We out of here.
We'll see you.
I appreciate you guys, man. God bless.